7.9 FM Suni NF TV XYZ your promoter break Kasiebo and na yede erebremo and yauda match obosomeng ni da toso eduonu baako Kasiebo yede free men studio sa yewa number 37 Abebresem Street Osu Accra ebekwa kofa voter power so 94.1 Global FM ewo ho sharp watercrad and Soma FM wo Grand Kwatabo mo jasi kan Jinyame so wo sampa nananom ewo hafo go so Western Radio Weziama Elembele KFM 92.1 wo kwa Zangligi FM wo Bole VC Radio ne TV wo donkwa onofin Atom Local FM wo Asasitre High Radio ewo Bechem RadioSMOnline.com any Apple 68 FM our Virginia USA uko tuning na yewo ho yewo power 97.9 Desi Radio our Italy Adam for Power Radio our Power G Life Radio our UK OPD Radio so UK my XYZ online.com multi TV digibox so yewo radio channel XYZ so Facebook power 979 TV XYZ Ghana YouTube XYZ broadcasting Tampa Windy FM ewa Pusiga Loud Silence TV Kasiebo ena mo sanso na buem 88.7 ni ebedi mu akotimbi eni ya de ensam atuja na amochire se hubehia pa se ejese ensam a eye ejese majority no edi tuja se nia speaker eye omrache bedwefie no enya de omone no eye adwene na dom kuma won ewa parliament echum se nrajnai a chamehene ewa parliament osie ewa ministers yanga power fufuro se yenye ntuma na se betwentwenso no wo se wo ni chamehene ne yadwene enkuntebu akoso ewo Ghana Statistical Service entem no amode honsam ababetudwa efa COVID-19 business tracker no eho Fair Wages and Salary Commission opening pa order wonga no di nsema to gwa retrim se nya no kware da se ya na abang eta twentwen na ngase ewo eye adwumafo wonga katua mu nsemu saso ana Electoral Commission eso eto nsadia frempanyimfo a edadwumako no mantam ahodo no ano se jese eye machines ahoro wo no omomfa ni nyina emra what your friend akwama amanyofo a wo wo man mu se wo momoden hwe se afewe abato afe na munye tolerant sanso ana okọ temam kirem sempuntu dwuma enkoso enamso mese temakro na nya de ekonanim sadia ese efata founding president Edema Imanin Africa Franklin Kujo echirem se abato dwuma ku no de yeka nipa onye won dia ne ono ene odikan wani samudo bi na yaboaboa no se prem tobra Kasiebo a yade ebremo ewo TV XYZ na fe Power FM enyumaku awodo bi na asuemu akasie yade ebremo yamfa sidan koma X natural mineral water in super papa sabria yenemo Erica se nubi ne yen abobọ ayabetina se yade Kasiebo ebremo ntupe dudu etu ano hwehwe mekomo anase baby biara yeton ade bia obenye bi atope dudu etu ano afre 059 6273546 and 05962735547 asida bionso Encomakel 360 toothpaste mi pamocho ya apple sin papa yi a obi biara unye bia bebua uni wabusuafo nyinara so betimi agina nipam akase yi a Kel 360 toothpaste no eno na ebebua Samara company fu a wode sasobae no wonkroya na wakofa eyi so ede aba opedodo etu a no afre 0246 864-798 0246-864-798 enyumaku afoforo ka ho bi brepemo no yabide won husem ebeto mwanim yang a yedi nsemi erebramo meeting day akra kofi dakon ewiabremene akuya korantema Kasiebo no emunchirem ankasa enen minority anadom kuma won ewo Ghana mrahye begwem ene wodi nsema togwa erechirem se nrajnai a chiamehene Urban Sumana Kingsford Bagben ede atugwa no richem se kopim se eye court anasa asemi a mrahye begweni baako ede akoto court se nipa yen apa won foforo se wo meya asuafo ewo mamu no wonya won hunti ase wom enti Supreme Court emfa mu nchiremu emfa ma no na eye answer no odibeba na wie no opese Supreme Court no wo hye parliament se wonye asuafo emfa ntumu no na speaker si gina won se yiwu ono so court nsem nti obe so musara no Dom kuma wo Ghana mrahye begwemchem se won eni chamehene no eya adwene ne nyina enam se LGBT mra a yenemo Erica say no parliament de won apase enso se omampanyinga kufado de nsa be hyase na bepim sabre o se asem eda court ntinye se obeye nisa ne nam so na ni executive secretary na santibedi etu achron krata akoma clerk of parliament se won hwe se onfasa nkrata mpomvefi parliament emepuem wo omampanin atena ne nti ene nam so speaker esisa agina no na nsem no bobo bae na nra speaker eka sa nsem no ewie no na nipa bi nya wo huntiase wom na no ena ndom kuma a won ewo Ghana mrahye begwem eruchirim se senia chamehene Urban Suma na Kingsford Backben aka nsem ne de eyade se woni no eya adwene ye pa opening a ogina dom kuma no anan no ne nsemtwefo atwetwe nkomo Dr. Kasiebo Atuforsen.
To remind His Excellency the President that just in case he has forgotten that Parliament of Ghana is not an appendage of the executive arm of government, neither is Parliament an extension of the office of the President. The Constitution of Ghana spells out in plain language when the President of the Republic of Ghana must do when Parliament passes a bill and present to His Excellency the President. The President must assent to the bill or must refuse to assent to the bill when it is presented to him as the President of the Republic. These are the only options, and in this case, there is no middle ground at all per the constitutional imperative. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that in the instance case of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2024, President Akufo-Addo has taken a strange and alien position, which is unknown to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Let me say that merely piling on numbers by way of appointing ministers and deputy ministers does not signal to the people of Ghana that the President understands the seriousness. But I want to urge that it is obvious that His Excellency the President has breached the Constitution, and we will advise ourselves. In the coming days, don't be surprised that we will begin impeachment proceedings against the President.
Dr. Kasiebo Atuforsen, a minority leader.
Na yadaswa awa sansam no aswa. Na se embra andra te se minority a press conference ni wi ape na majority so esimu eba be ye bie ni nyina ne so mo kire mu se anamo Mr. Speaker etu se nsem ne da ho se bia aswafo ofofo a Ghana mampanyina na do abo mu din omo na se yenye vet na yenje omu ntumu no o se no so sansam no de se ye de kokot nti se de kokot de nya de asam no kura no vet no on beto asumpo na se ministers no o maje omo atumu sansa asam okota na do akire se asam okota ye mfansa nkomo eni nti omo so metwen pa akwapum se Supreme Court be determine asam no se de tie se de o se kwano na omo wi a anso ma hwe sansam no so aka na no ana sansam no se majority mpanyimfo no ana mrahye badwafo no anya da mom eni nti owura afenyo markings edi omani ma je so mo ye press briefing omni nsam kirofo aka sansam a omo de tu dwa ewo ho no ebi eni
expressing this disagreement and rather pronounced judgment on what in his view was wrong. Mr. Speaker did not only stop there, he also used very unsavory words to describe Mr. President. We believe that in a democracy, we have a right to disagree on views expressed, but we do not have right to say things to denigrate another. It's very disappointing that after Mr. Speaker had made known his own views about the letter sent from the presidency to the clerk, he adjourned the House Synodie without giving room for the leadership of the House to even comment. This we find very strange. But this is a democracy. We believe, as Mr. Speaker himself said, and I'll quote him, that this impasse calls for reflection. That the very issue that was raised by Honorable Dafemepo had to do with the continuing ministers who had been reshuffled to other ministries. The issue of constitutionality of certain nominees had been determined by way of they going through the vetting process, a report coming before the House for debate and final decision. So for me, these are two unrelated issues. How can the Dafemepo raise an issue regarding a minister who has been transferred, let's put it in that state, that a minister in one ministry has been moved to another ministry. And the words used by Mr. President was that he has relieved them of their portfolio.
And tonight, and some Ora Afenyo Markin added to Jano Ebi Enie.
Ya boy homo ding se brepem yenya mpanyifo ye ne won betwetwe nkomo e dia fasa asem we sanse kamia is a potrin bi and abeda majority minority na fe chia me hene nankasa intem e wo parliament di brepem no ye sanka mpanyifo won nimdi eba na amanyosem ye ne won ebe kasa e de afam ne mom ye ntu ansem no so ne yenko insam foforo emu nora na acheche kabomku ebiesa bi e wo manmu Wong Ghana National Association of Teachers NACT graduate fu eka ho and CCT echim se won atu etuan say conditions of service ade se abang no enya hwemfa ma we san say fiti opepon busumi ni da to so du afi mu no won akonhyemu mu bepim sabre no mpanifo enya brebi mfamfa ho ye nti nora and wo friends am dwrefo din sem tu yan anim echim se won atu etuan enam so ma ye ne opening a ono no kasa edi ma CCT ora awule adote etwetwe nkomo chem say yiwu ade se wangati we tuana nkasa na mbom na de no empanyifo a wo fair wages and salary commission atun safra won se na de won emenya kongwesi no wonhwe kwan a wode won tensem no ebefa so eyinam so na nopa wodwabo ase dwumedi so na kwa menka brought gwem no one opening kwankyerefo chief executive officer edima fair wages and salary commission engineer Benjamin Arthur etwetwe nkomo ena obisa ni se eba ni denti na ya muta twintwem mu na ngase eba na adwumayfo aketwem mu na fi won sika semu a na no ena opani din semi tu gwa chem se enya no kwaro ti sese ne a akyerɛkyerɛfo erika won sem no efai
enya no kwe mo me ni ho no kwe ensem mo de ba ye ensem bebre but you divide some into non-financial and other financial yes any impending for ni ye any organized labor any all other stakeholders in that share it will all the non-financial conditions of service. Some of them have to do with promotion. Some of them have to deal with leave. We're able to conclude on that one. And I call the financials. In fact, not teach a phone call present or one bread. And we insist that there be able to answer that cry and sharp here. And you shall pay the bread. 16 key items. We have concluded on even 10. They were not even 16 items. They sought permission there. So they brought those ones. And when they say almost and I buy photo if you come back. Now photo time for no could come up. Now the BBC no. Yet you are holding for na from Empire this argument and they are told after one I'm on
chief executive officer edima fair wages and salary commission the ding at the engineer Benjamin Arthur.
To ansam no so na ene no empanyimfo he se oba man Ghana mu a omo hwe nkontabu nsam so ade atodwa kyerem sa afie atwam no ye mama kwanya so omo hwe na fie omo ye survey emfa COVID-19 business tracker no ehom na no anoma tena se bu nkonta na wia na esendra omne sem trofo akasa no ma kire sade yankontabu ni ade no etimi ekọ efaye na eno no kyerem sa survey no mo ye no ayade a na wuhia papa beboa sebe na Ghana ye mu sade COVID-19 ba nwumaku ahodo a enya insanso na fe sade motimi asore drum na so nyina no ebetimi akonka na ensa mo de tu dwa no opanyi ba akọ ne nsam trofo edi nkomo ayowura kushi nyanki ensa mo de tu dwa no ebi eni.
One of the first wave business trackers that was implemented was at the time when we had implemented the CAP business support by government. It allowed us to really understand what we had achieved, which was that a lot of businesses that had shut down opened because we had given them support. It had increased some sales, but then it also made us take a step back to see how we can provide digital support. Now, this information also gives us information to go back and look at what our MSMEs are doing in the digital space, how best to bring them on board if we want them to grow, if we want them to expand their markets, and if we want them to be sustainable.
Na anu achi mpanyimfo eba ho ebi aye Dutch man no anamsinie na odinsam atudwa akirem se de omo ye no eya de se hunya pesa nso mo tena se bu nkompo no mo se nwumakuo ba miense bi ane ade o ha se mo nwuma ye no akakra nsima no so de tudwa no ebi enie.
Now you have to you can only call yourself a bulk customer and benefit from those advantages if you are a much higher user of energy, 3,000. So a lot of companies cannot benefit anymore from the lower tariff. So it will increase the price of doing business in Ghana. So that is a problem, and the companies who offer the renewable energies, like the solar companies and also other companies, they lose a part of their market. And last year already 3 companies left Ghana for this reason, and it's a measure which is not beneficial for the business climate in Ghana.
Na jese no etiatia kura na so hwe se dia adwadie ho nsam ne ade akoso na nwekuo ba miensa na se mo fi o man Ghana mo kwa se sane se dwuma mo ye no na amfaso ne ade na nhye da nkoye na no achi na eye guta secretary enso ade nsem bi atu dwa e wode om so omuhu e wo bra sa how no eba no dia owura Charles apia ade tu dwa ebi eni.
There's a need for government to make conscious policy to support local businesses. There's a need for the Secretariat to also look at some of their policies in terms of legal and restrictive origin of products. It makes it difficult if you are getting your raw materials in local environment like Ghana. You realize that end of product, your cost is very expensive because cost of doing business is expensive, borrowing is expensive. So it becomes good for us to compete in other neighboring countries. So if government is conscious about helping businesses to take advantage of the single market created by AFTA, there's a need for us to have special products, special policies that will spearhead supporting businesses that are interested in taking AFTA as a way.
Na no aye chirofo de ma asante mantemu omo teso omo yo mankasa inwuma no na teso o chirechirem dia covid bad dia osa ban ye nyina no ode won sam so atu dwa no.
Yeah, live our TV XYZ any power 97.9 me power Facebook unto ye dem power 979 if TV XYZ Ghana wadwe nkyere fafa ho ne nyinara ye bekin kan e dia ma link no so na wa share na foforo so enya bi no won ahwe ye ntu Kasiebo no so enkopuem ewo asafo esunafo north mensinema ewo ahafo mantem ne nyina nam se osofo panyin a ono no da Better Prayer Ministry International ano ewo mem ne den e de Osofo Collins Ajiman alias Daha and audio frɛ akwama NDC ni MPP fu nyina se afiwei yenim se ye beto aba enti wo moden se wo betimi ahwɛ se basabasa ye biara emma ewo abato no echi opani di nsɛm to go atwem se wonye tolerant nsɛm bi wo hɔ a afanu no bɛka no eyi ɛyɛ adwenkyerɛ enti nye ntɔkwa wasɛm enti wonhwɛ se wo betimi ayɛ ne saa na afiwei abato no bɛba na awie no na ɔmanga na asomdwa ye krae no egusu ekura musa opani di nsɛm to go wo bra on yɛn amane boni Sule Dramani a ɔwɔ nananom 92.5 FM atwetwe nkomo.
Yenim sɛ 2 political parties NDC NPP ɔmo na yɛ dan a yenim sɛ emu baako bɛfa akunya no NPP te so dada NDC pɛ sɛ ɔbɛfa sɛ ɔmo ba TV so bɛyɛ program ɔmo kɔ radio so kɔyɛ program now te sɛ ɔmo yɛ dida ntɔkwa nim ɔmo pia ɔmo yɛ baako but yɛn ne hu ni sɛ ɔmo ko ɔkɔ parliament issue betumi a pa we between ni na we between nsa but at the end no be say entiase aye adwuma omo kasa sere kama obi nua aye NDC ni we aye NPP ni Lamte Vanderpool omo nyina ye nua no ba we wa aye asomdwe me ka che mpanimfo ni say mo obi anhye obi kutupa enkoya de boni manu nya so mfa so edu brese ukoto aba koto na asomdwe mu na brefi baby a ukoto aba ubedu wona basabasa ye wono sign brefi na betinase ukona se muadwa na wakwa koto waba
enwachi ena Sule Dramani san bisa sofo panyin se sa sabi emia ene mia ware anaso berima no berima ntama ware LGBTQI+ ne de fe hu nsensem no osofo nu so wadwenkyere e wo ho yeden
edubrea o se nyame ma sorry edubrea o se asofo kasa ya kan no watu obi pese obekasa no nya problem but yen belt die be kasu su pain se etia nyame ase eya dia eboku ebo man ebi asifen e wo tresem no yen tena honom emma sadi we magin twen ha o man mu emma ne ma na yemu ne memma na yemu no yen bet yen voaso nsɔre akuo a ɛwɔ ɔman mu wɔn mpanimfoɔ nsɔre na yɛhu ne sɛ yɛn akristofoɔ agyidifoɔ saa mmaa ne mmaa na yɛm mmarima ne mmarima ɛna yɛ mu no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a nyame ma yɛbɛsosɔ so wɔ ɔman yi mu akoduo mampanin hɔ aka sɛ ɔmampanin ɛde ne nsa bɛyɛ den ɛbɛhyɛ ase ne yɛka nyinaa ne sɛ nyame nka n'akoma na ɔnsan na nyɛ mmara wɔ ɔman mu sɛ ɔbaa ne ɔbaa akɔda a asotwe na wɔn atwa toɔ no yɛmfa nye den ɛntwe wɔn aso.
Eyi ɛyɛ sɔfopanyin a ɔno ɛna ɔda Bethel Prayer Ministry International no ɛwɔ mem a ɛno wɔ Esunafo South Mensinum ɛwɔ Ahafomantem. Ne din de Collins Ajiman.
Yɛto ansam no so a na nna yi ɛyɛ Electoral Commission ɛde nsam atodwa na wakyerɛ mu sɛ machines a ɔmode yɛ adwuma ɛyɛ BVs no ebi ɛwɔ hɔ a kyɛ sɛ ɛda ho a ɛwɔ mpanyimfoɔ yɛ akwankyerɛfoɔ a ɔmoda mantam no ano na hwɛ Electoral Commission adwuma no ɛso nti ɔmo srɛ paa sɛ ɔmɔden na machines ɛwɔ bia ka hɔ bia no bɔmɔden sɛ wɔde bɛba na no nso atimi aboa wei ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛyɛ Deputy Chairman Emma Operations Electoral Commission Owura Samuel Tete ɛde ɛba ɛbɛto dwa na ɔmo kyerɛm sɛ ɛsɛ BVDs no dodoɔ na ate sɛ ɔmo de yɛ district level elections na ɛsɛ ɛyɛ afie atwa mu no ɛyɛ de regional directors no ebi ɛde aba na wɔkyerɛm sɛ ɔba nkramantam a aka baako bi a wɔsɛ ba saa so ɛna epoe mantam nso no baako efeko Western North a ɛno nso mienu bi ɛwɔ hɔ saa so ɛna Western region ankasa nso no bɛyɛ enum ɛhyɛ hɔ efe Central baako Volta region nso no mienu ɛwɔ mu a wɔsɔ mo hwɛ de ba efe Upper East region ɛhɔ so aka miensa Savannah mienu ɛna aka hɔ ɛna fe Northern region nso ekuta nkono a wɔsɔ mo de ba efe North East nso mienu bi ɛhyɛ hɔ na ɔmo srɛsɛ wɔsɔ mo hwɛ na ɔmode ne nyinaa ba na etimi aboa sɛ bɛnɛ sɛ ahoboaboa ne nhyehyɛ ɔmo yɛ sɛ bia bato metimi akɔ so no biribibia betimi akɔ mo nsa aboaboa no awie ansa mo hu sɛ ɛdawe biribia kyɛ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ no nneɛma bɛkɔtɔ ɔtene adi ama nti ɔmo srɛ sɛ obi bia sɛ saa nneɛma no ebi ɛhyɛ ɔmo no sɛ ɔmɔden sɛ ɔmode bɛba na biometric verification device no etimi ayɛ adwuma so pɛpɛpɛ nei aba bɛtɔ dwa sɛ ebi ayera na sɛ ne nyina no mboaboa no wie no mehu sɛ ɛyɛ laptops na yerayɛ ana desktop na yerayɛ anampo no sɛ ɛyɛ BVD sinibi ɛna ayera
Yenyina eyinso emfa asida enkoma Class House Electronics Company Limited. Omo say Mubarak anase Ramadan ye wo mu nyina omo Mubarak ekoma ye nuano Muslimi fu nyinara. Nti wo se minka chem say won e wo hihye soro nkokra edi ma Ghana ni bia nti bra. Won branches ni bia e wo Medina Spinters adabraka Kaswa Kumase NFA from Mantama Nkroho Emo and Timumato one yamani be kettle, juice makers, blenders, gas burners, and in a kika Kanwapurunano, Ubenya Nini be our Class House Electronics Company Limited. Was any bonus one at it so in Cheka Kribipe and a batter home about Tobatimia Frewong. I was 059-890-2908, 059-890-2908. I said that beyond so. And come Solak Natural Clinic, Dr. Solomon Papebi, dog, ose minka josebra, beja pomodin, beje ayarishe, na mu asabi, mu prostate hun sensem, anasa musisi, ena mu yaw, obi anaso berima wo hwan ye dinga maw, sciatica hun sensem, merima no mumra na efemia no so ose mumra no hwe, mubu musa na moja ni meya. Dr. Solomon oda Solak Natural Clinic ano, ose minka josebra, na ontimi emwa naso no bakon, ewo enkramantema wo ben eye Harvard Senior High School no ewo kokomlemle a won ewo Royal Castle Road ne so efei branch no de to so being so ewo Kaswa Old Market second bus stop ho drove ahead ni kakrebia ho ena na so ni bi ewo Kumase monko Solak Natural Clinic ewo Kenti Krono a won any Shell filling station no edi animhwe Fredog ewo 055 393 2631 055 393 2631 yebegina yiso akoje yanga boafo nkrato nsɛmpi wachi twɛn yɛn mwadwenkyerɛ so yɛbɛkenkan